Hello everyone, I'm Christopher Nightingale.
I'm Joe Pickles.
And I'm Stephen Sargent.
And welcome to another edition of Lockdown Banter. As you can see, we're still in lockdown. It's all lots of fun. And this week, we're going to be talking about our top 10 quality goals. So last week it was all about emotional goals, but this week is all about the quality. So this is going on what we think are effectively the best goals in football. This has been
in our lifetime.
Yeah, in our lifetimes.
Yeah.
This has been a very, very hard list to put together. This is tough because, we got solo. Do you put a solo goal ahead of a free kick? Do you put a free kick ahead of a volley? Do you put a team goal ahead of a individual effort?
I think there's a few goals which we've missed out, which could easily be in there. To be fair.
Yeah, absolutely.
Probably.
I don't think there's a football fan in the world who would have the same list ever on this.
That's true.
I think it depends on how you as an individual, what you value in football, I think. Kind of like what skill you appreciate the most. Right. So we'll dive straight into our top 10. And let's see if you all the listeners agree or not.
Yeah.
Okay, so Joe, what is your number 10?
My number 10 is a free kick by Juninho Pernambucano in 2009 against Barcelona in the Champions League. It was in the knockout stages.
I remember that free kick.
And he's not far from the touchline. And I looked at all of his free kicks. I think, I don't know if it's all of them, but a lot of them. And I can't find one that's better than that for me.
Muy peligrosa sobre la portería del Barcelona, lanzamiento de Juninho. Gol. Gol del Olympique de Lyon.
And if you watch Victor Valdez, he thinks it's going one way, and then he thinks it's going over, and then he thinks it's going to be, and he actually ends up in the back of the net, falling over. It makes him look like a school goalkeeper, and obviously we all know he was a good goalkeeper. Sorry, he also scored one against Bayern Munich, which was close to being there, but I thought that one pegs it because of the swerve on the ball. At one stage, it looks like it's going to go, like 20 yards over the bar, 10 yards over the bar, and it comes back down. So that's my number 10.
That is a fair choice because I think he's probably the best free kick taker. Maybe of all time, actually.
Yeah, damn good.
I think for me, I had to have one of his in the top 10 because there's so many of them. It must be one of them. There must be one that's good enough. So yeah, that's my 10 anyway.
No, that is a fair shout. So Sergi, what's your number 10?
Well, mine is a Zlatan Ibrahimovic goal.
Okay.
And it was when he was at Inter Milan and they played Bologna in 2008. Adriano crosses the ball in, and there's this defender, which fair play to him, he goes in for a diving header, thinking he's going to clear it, and Zlatan just backheels it off his forehead, and he just flies in the back of the net. And that defender has got some balls, really.
Одарен ничуть не меньше, чем Cristiano Ronaldo. Но, конечно, о реализации таланта говорить не приходится. Ух ты! Ух ты! Это фантастика! Вы посмотрите, что он сделал, Златан Ибрагимович! Это уникум, понимаете, в условиях плотнейшей итальянской игры забить вот такой мяч.
Fair backheel flip that.
I'll have to see that one. I can't remember that.
Now, can I bring something up here, Sergi?
Yeah.
Last week, you said you couldn't stand the Perisic man.
Yeah.
Because he scored a pretty similar goal to that against England.
Right.
And yet you're putting this one from Zlatan in your top 10 of all time. What? What's the difference?
Rules changed.
Okay.
So Perisic's goal is not as good as Ibrahimovic's goal.
No, because
Right, okay.
because
I'll have to watch it again, to be honest.
Perisic is not trying to backheel the ball off somebody's head, is he?
No, but he's trying to score a backheel goal, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it is. Well,
Right.
surely Zlatan's trying to score a backheel goal as well, so...
Oh yeah, but
So
technically, we could whack in. So I could change my number 9 to Perisic against England just to piss off Sarge, right?
yeah.
I could do that.
A goal that Sargi said should be disallowed.
Change your mind.
Oh, God. Right, well, my number 10 is Lionel Messi's goal against Athletic Bilbao in the Copa del Rey final, 2014-15 season. Because, I mean, as a solo dribble, I don't think it really gets much better than that. That is, he must be. I mean, he picks it up like halfway line on the touchline, and he just stands there for a little bit, kind of looking to just assess his options. And he must have about 3 players that side of the pitch, and then 2 more central defenders. And he just decides, you know what, I'll just take them all on.
Barcelona and Real Madrid, Athletic Bilbao, have never been relegated from the Primera Division.
It's something to be admired, I have to say. Well, there's 3 of them round. He's still going. Look at this, Kevin.
It's a brilliant run from Messi. Did he go all the way? It's one of the great Copa del Rey final goals from the magical, mercurial Lionel Messi.
Yeah. That's not in mine, but I will mention it in relation to another one of his later on. But that's not actually in mine. But it is one. It's one I considered big style.
Yeah, I think. I mean, it's just outrageous because he takes that because he stays out wide for quite some time. To just take 3 players out of the game. But even when he cuts inside, he's still got 2 central defenders to beat and then fire it in and beat the goalkeeper. So it's like, considering where he was on the pitch, it's like, Jesus.
I think people used to call that, people have said that's like the goal of the century and stuff, like, you know, people, whatever, fans or me. So I think if other people are saying that as well, I think you kind of got to conclude that it probably is, you know, well up there with one of the best this century.
I mean, yeah, it is a pretty good goal. I think it's a pretty good one.
It was, yeah. I love that. Yeah, I remember. It's great.
An important goal as well, opening goal in the Copa del Rey final.
Yep.
So it's man for the big occasion, Messi.
Yes.
So Pickles, what's your number 9?
I switched it round a bit. It was. Okay. I mean, it up until about an hour or so ago, it was going to be Ronaldinho against England, but that's not it. So I've gone with Xherdan Shaqiri against Poland.
Oh, yes.
In 2016. The thing that swung it is I read about Ronaldinho's, and he actually says he was aiming for goal, but not for that in that actual part of the goal, and the seaman was a bit unlucky. So I'm thinking, right, so if I weigh everything up, that's the only over kick I have in here. So yeah, it was an important goal as well. It took it to extra time. Unfortunately, they lost on penalties, but yeah, that's my number 9.
Yeah, heck of a goal. Absolute heck of a goal.
I've looked at some of the other overhead kicks. So, for example, Rooney against Man City, that actually hits his shin. So if that had hit his foot, it would have gone over.
Yeah.
And there's lots of other ones like that. So yeah.
Sarge is like twitching away.
Analysing the far end of a far. Jesus, he could hit his arse and go in.
What's your number 9, Sargy?
Well, I've just changed my number 9 now, and it's going to be Gareth Bale in the Copa del Rey, where... No, it's not. It's not that one at all.
The Copa del Rey?
Yeah, where he takes it past the Barcelona. Knocks it out of the
okay.
thing, and then it was going to be that one just to annoy you.
That goalkeeping that though, wasn't it?
Well, I've gone for Pavard against Argentina in the World Cup.
Okay.
Those
who've stayed in so far. Pavard! Oh, how about that? Glorious!
Fair enough, yeah.
It was goal of this tournament, and for a defender, and he just smashes that. That's pretty damn good. That's yeah.
Yeah, that was almost in mine. I considered that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's the only defender to go on my list. But I've got another list, what just missed out on my top 10, which is there's a better goal in there, but I like that one. It was just the way he hit it in the ball. It's the angle from the replay from behind him what I think makes the goal look.
Yeah. No, it was brilliant, and it was right in the corner on a postage stamp as well. That one.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It was perfect. Just a heck of a connection, but it's not like raw power really either. It's just a sweet strike.
Yeah.
My number 9 is Antonio Valencia's smash of a half volley against Everton at Old Trafford in the Premier League 2017-18 season. That is raw power. That's absolutely no question.
I'll have to watch that one again.
That one hasn't. That's
a smash and a half. He almost rips the net out. Pickford. It's Matic swings it across, and Antonio Valencia is just kind of on the edge because he's right back. He's on the edge of the D, and he just decides, well, I'm just gonna give this a good smash on the half volley, and he just rockets it past Pickford into the far corner. It's a really sweet connection of a shot. It's just one of those where you watch it go, oof.
Matic and Valencia. Oh, what a strike! That is an incredible beginning for Manchester United. Unstoppable from Valencia.
And I was
because I can't remember that.
Yeah, to watch it live as well. That's like wow. Yeah, that was really special. So
Yeah, it was
Fair enough.
heck of a goal. Right, Pickles. What's your number 8?
So this is where I think you're going to start to be able to tell which type of skills I value and which ones I think is worth shouting about and not. Like you were saying before about, which goals you rate higher. I've actually gone for, and it's a goal that was mentioned last week.
Okay.
But not mentioned as being in the top 10 last week. It was mentioned last week.
Okay.
I've actually gone, and Sarge will know this one, Messi's winner in 2017.
Leading until the death again, and another late dramatic goal from Real Madrid.
Great run, Sergio Roberto.
This is where the extra man is paying off for Barcelona. One final roll of the dice. Can they hit the jackpot? Gomez, Jordi Alba, Lionel Messi!
Oh my goodness!
Lionel Messi does it again. He's superhuman. Oh, Lionel Messi has just exploded La Liga into life. Another chapter in the incredible story of this little man.
Oh my goodness, you cannot write the script for this, Rob. This is unbelievable stuff. Look at the faces of the Real Madrid fans and the Real Madrid players. Unbelievable. It's blown the league wide open.
His 500th goal for Barcelona is possibly the most significant one. How much is that shirt worth?
He's going to get booked, but he don't care. He's going to get booked.
Book me, jail me, handcuff me. He doesn't care what they do to him tonight. Extract his teeth.
Yes, that was fucking brilliant. That was brilliant, that.
Obviously, the finish isn't anything out of this world compared to other finishes.
What was your reaction in the Odd Crafty Scholar? That was the funniest thing.
But if you watch it back, it's in the 91st minute and you've about 30 seconds of the game left, and PK has the ball literally 1 metre from the line, on Barcelona's side of the pitch. And then Busquets gets it and he gets it back, and then he puts it to Sergio Roberto and he puts it back, and then Sergio Roberto runs like most of the length of the pitch, and then Alba gets involved, and then Gomez gets involved, and then Alba again, and then puts it across, and then Messi finishes it off. And Sarge might want to mute it for this bit. You need to watch that one again to see Luis Suarez shield the defender away so that the ball has room to go in the back of the net. That also makes it, if that doesn't happen, that goal, if he didn't do that, that goal doesn't happen essentially.
So what you're saying is, old Suarez cheated again?
I'm saying that as a team goal, you had how many players were involved in that? I've got it written down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including Suarez, but he didn't touch the ball. And 6 of those were from the same academy. So if you're talking about a goal that is truly homegrown, you're not going to get much better.
Well,
Secondly, during that match, Messi got absolutely kicked and actually lost some teeth as a result of Marcelo going for him at one stage. So in terms of being down and out and then coming through it and then still standing up in last minute, think about the amount of players who go missing in games, big games, like Ozil or.
it was a bit of a bloodbath as well. That game, it's quite good.
He got absolutely battered, and it's so easy for players to just stop playing there and be happy with Barcelona in second position because they actually lost La Liga that season. But he still carried on going, and the whole team was involved. So yeah, that's my number 8.
I don't have any of those sort of goals on my list.
What? No team goals whatsoever on your list?
No,
I've got one more. You'll find out about.
Why have a team goal when you can have a fucking rocket of a goal?
I know.
Well, like I said, that shows the difference between me and Sarge, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
That shows a bit of a difference there. It's not good or bad. It's just a bit of a difference.
No, absolutely not. What's impressive about the Messi goal as well is usually in the last minute, people start kind of panicking and start launching stuff forward and getting a bit desperate. Whereas they are literally like still being patient, but in the last minute of a El Clasico.
Yeah,
really impressive.
Even like that against PSG though.
Even when the ball comes across to Alba, he actually has the wherewithal to pick out Messi who's on the edge of the area. He could have just whacked it in the area and hoped Suarez tapped it in. And that wouldn't have been as great a goal as it would have been, but it might still have been a goal. So it's just kind of attention to detail as well from the players who are involved. So yeah, that's my number 8.
No, good choice. Sergio, what's your number 8?
Right, you might want to put your fingers in your ears for this one, Joe. Mine is Cristiano Ronaldo's free kick against Portsmouth, where he just hammers it and it flies in the top corner, and David James doesn't even bother going for it.
Right, that's fair enough, Sergio. I mean,
he did one very similar a few weeks before. I think it was against Sporting Lisbon in the Champions League, and he got slated for not celebrating or whatever. And he got slated for it, but yeah, he just hit that and it fucking flew in the back of the net.
I mean, I do think that's the best goal he scored for us. Definitely.
I think that's one of the best goals he's ever scored.
Probably is.
And that was the year before he turned into an absolute twat. And said, I have a vision. And God says I need to go and play in white. No, you don't.
Yeah.
You could have stayed. And you wouldn't have been a knob. But yeah, his life went downhill after that.
Well, okay. I don't think you'd see it that way, but.
Well, he got into all sorts of dodgy shit, didn't he? He got into tax avoidance and everything, being at Real Madrid.
Oh, God.
So basically, you've just labelled his goal the 8th best goal in the 21st century. Actually, sorry, in your lifetime. And now we've spent like another 2 minutes absolutely ripping the guy to shreds.
Yeah.
Not that I don't disagree with you.
Yeah, that's why it's number 8. Because of it would have been higher up, but because he made a very poor life choice, that's why it's that low.
Okay, so basically, yeah, that's fair enough. I don't disagree.
Yeah. And I think it's a better free kick than Marcus Rashford's against Chelsea.
You see.
So
I got to disagree with you there, Sergi.
I'm not sure about that one.
I disagree with you on that. I think Rashford's is a better free kick.
I don't.
Because it's further out.
He has a goal for it.
What?
The keeper actually has an attempt to save it, where David James... Well, yeah, to be fair, David James was at Liverpool and he was like shite, so yeah.
And Ronaldo's like 25 yards out. Rashford is 35 yards plus out. Like with Rashford, everyone's like, not in a million years. With Ronaldo, he was like it was the perfect position to have a shot.
But he still has to get it up and over the wall and in the top corner. So in fairness, right?
It's just opinion.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
Rashford is better because he's further out and he's got more time to get the ball up and over the wall and into the goal. Whereas the closer it is, the harder it is to do. Because he's still got to get it up and over and into the top.
That is a good point.
I think Ronaldo's is better because it's a bit closer and he's got to get it up and over the wall and in the top corner.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough, mate.
I think Rashford is better.
Well, that's why
I agree.
Because you're a bit biased.
Yes.
Well, no, there is no bias for you. We all sing from the same in sheet as where we all think that Real Madrid should not be a team, and that they're a bunch of Franco-fascist bastards.
Oh man! Right, my number 8 is Olivier Giroud's scorpion kick goal against Crystal Palace in the Premier League in 2017-18 season. Just the audacity of pulling that off. I mean, and also it's effectively like a team goal. He pretty much starts that way back in his own half, and then he's laid it on and he's just kept on running in the box. And I don't know who plays. I think it's Sanchez. I think might be Sanchez. No. So what? Whoever puts the ball in, it's not a good ball for him to attack, like at all.
No, it's not.
It's way behind him.
Yeah.
And he's just
Well, it does sound like Sanchez then.
And he's just thought, well, I'm going to go for this. And it's the audacity, but it's just the fact that he's pulled it off absolutely perfectly as well. Like, he's placed it right in the top corner, in off the crossbar. It just looked, in terms of a beautiful goal, it looks amazing.
I considered that one. I did think about that one. That's a good goal.
I mean, he has lived off it for like the rest of his life. He's like lived off it for the last 2 years, but
that's kind of what he does. He kind of scores like a really important, a really good goal, and lives off it for like a few months, and then
he does.
And think, it's about time I scored another one, and then does another one, and then lives off that again.
That's pretty much what he does. Yeah, yeah, it's like Nanny. Yeah.
I've just had a look at my list, and it is very much tunnel vision from here on out.
Right. Okay. Well.
Yeah, proper tunnel vision.
Okay. Well. So what we'll do is we'll go with Pickles for number 7, and then we'll see what tunnel vision Sarge is pulling out.
Right, number 7. I don't think many people will know this because it was from a player who, people don't really know who he is, to be honest with you. So I've gone for Eric Edmond against Liverpool, 2005.
Yeah, that's an unbelievable strike of a ball.
In terms of long-range strikes, I can't think. I haven't seen one that I personally think is better. You can actually hear the ball hit the back of the net, and that's obviously after it's travelled like 30 metres.
Is that the one where he's really far out nearly halfway?
Yeah, left-footed, and Jersey Dudek just stands there.
Is he the Spurs guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Cop end.
Yes.
I don't think, and people won't mention it as being one of the greatest because who is he really? Just a Swedish left back. It's not like. Well, I think it's great.
That one the other day.
Say that again.
I mentioned that one the other day, didn't I?
No, you did mention it the other day because you said that he's about Tottenham at Liverpool. Yeah. But I think that's a great goal.
Oh yeah. No, that's an unbelievable hit. That's like a 1 in a million hit.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
So,
right.
Sargi, what's your number 7?
My number 7 is Michael Carrick versus Roma in the 06-07 Champions League quarter-final. It's the 6th goal, so it's his 2nd goal of the game.
Oh, yeah.
His first goal is brilliant. I mean, the keeper's off his line and he smashes it and he goes over his head. But what makes it good is that Michael Carrick ran that whole game. He was brilliant. And then this goal is he's got the ball on the edge of the area, he's taken one touch and he's pinged it into the top corner.
Yeah, I remember.
And for Michael Carrick, he didn't really score worldies. And he's done 2 in one game. So it was like, I saw the first one and I was like, well, yeah, that's all right. Then I saw his second and I was like, right, yeah, that's definitely going on the list because that is fucking amazing.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, this is where the tunnel vision really does start. 'Cause the rest is
Oh God. Right.
We might as well just do a 10 greatest Man United goals list.
well, yeah, I can probably fill the rest of my list with them then.
Oh man. Jeez.
Bar 2.
Right, I'm afraid I have a Real Madrid goal in at number 7. This is Roberto. This is Roberto Carlos's goal against Tenerife in the Copa del Rey 97-98 season. Well, this goal, if you don't know it, Sarge, this is the one where Roberto Carlos hits a bouncing ball effectively from near the corner flag and smashes it across on the half volley into the far corner of the net.
Yeah, I've seen that
Now,
one.
that's one of the goals that I wouldn't even try and recreate. Like, that is just... I don't know how he's done that.
I remember 3 years ago, we did try recreating it.
Oh, yeah.
Now, obviously, we accepted we're not going to do it as good as him, but we gave it a few goes.
Ha tocado Jokanovic. El balón para Roberto Carlos. Arriba Roberto Carlos. Gol. ¿Quién gol a marcar Roberto Carlos?
Sí. Ya se justifica todo el partido por el tremendo gol que hizo, ¿no?
To be fair to old Roberto Carlos, he did do some things that just defy physics.
I think it was fast to go, though.
Football goes like that.
Yeah.
Like his one against France, he hits it that far outside the post.
Yeah.
And old Baldy Barthez doesn't have a clue.
Yeah. Well, I think this one beats his one against France, to be honest, because this one is like, he has absolutely no right to take that shot on. Like, no one else would think of taking that shot on from where he is. And he's clearly...
Sarge.
Well, Sarge might take it on.
To be fair, I'd probably stand a better chance than you two would. I am left... No, I am left...
Oh, right, yeah, because you're left... Yeah. You do it exactly the same.
Yeah. Well, why did we try it today?
Well, we'll try it again then, different time.
No, but that one is just for pure audacity, and the fact that he pulled that off is just unbelievable. So yeah, that's why I've got that number 7.
I think he's changing something.
He's not. He's writing something down so he doesn't forget
Okay.
to tell this after this is finished.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Right, Joe, number 6.
Another one that I don't think people will think of because it wasn't a big, massive player who gets paid loads of money. So I've gone for Ruben Neves against Derby in the Championship in 2018.
Yeah, unbelievable goal. Yeah.
Blood to the wolf pack. It's the 6-yard box. It was just over the top of volley. Comes out to Neves. Flicks it up. It's on the volley. Ruben Neves! Ruben Neves with one of the greatest goals you will ever see. That is simply stunning.
If you actually watch it again, his first touch isn't actually that brilliant. So he actually has to turn his body away from goal and then hit it back the other way he's just turned away from.
Yeah.
So he essentially hits it as he's facing... in Molineux, he'd be facing the away fans as he hits it, on that side of the stadium. And then he still manages to hit it perfectly into that far corner. So yeah, that's my number 6. I looked at some of the volleys, and for lots of the other volleys, except your last one you mentioned, actually, Roberto Carlos and a few others, they're actually facing the goal as they hit it, which doesn't necessarily make it much easier, but for me, adds an extra layer of, I don't want to say difficulty, but it seems as though they're having to aim more.
Oh yeah.
If they're facing away from the goal.
Yeah. No, that's a fair point. That is a fair point. In fact, you could have Ruben Neves could have a list all to himself, to be honest. I mean, he's kind of like Matt Letizia in the fact that he's a player who only scores crackers. Like,
He doesn't score outside the penalty, within the penalty area either. All these goals have been from outside the penalty area.
Yeah.
no, he's unbelievable. And that was a brilliant goal. I think Neville and Carragher tried to recreate that on
Really?
Sky Sports. Yeah, with Ruben Neves there to watch.
And the thing is, they would recreate it without defenders near them.
Yeah.
So it makes it easier, really.
Yeah, of course.
Well, not really, because Carragher used to put the ball in his own net, and Gary Neville couldn't fucking score. He was a brothel with his cock hanging out.
We should definitely put that in, and then tag him in it.
Yeah. I think they'd love it. I think they'd love that comment, Sarge.
Well, yeah, because Jamie Carragher is has he got 8 own goals in the Premier League or something?
Isn't that Richard Dunn?
Yeah, no, but there's a few of them that have got 8 own goals. He's close to Richard Dunn. He might have 7. We'll give him a credibility of a Scouser and give him 7.
So, what's your number 6?
Hold on, just Googling.
Ibrahimovic or...
Oh, no. Now, my number 6 is a classic, right? This is Lancaster Bomber. It's the target every time.
I watched that the other day.
Oh, my God. Classic.
Right, last week, number 6, right, I said Paul Scholes' goal against Barcelona was one of my favourite goals. Right, so I thought you can't really put the same goal in this podcast as you did last week.
Well, you think it's quality enough?
I do think it is quality enough, but I've also gone, you could put a list of Paul Scholes goals, and this one against Aston Villa, where the ball comes out and he fucking smashes it off the underside of the crossbar and in, is one hell of a volley. So that is my number 6. Paul Scholes' goal against Aston Villa.
That's close to mine. I thought about that. In fact, that was in for a while and I took it out.
Yeah. I think I replaced that one. That one was in, and I replaced it. Well, I took out Patrice Evra's goal against Bayern Munich to put that one in. So, Mr. Scholes has got Evra to thank for that one. But, yeah, no, that was a hell of a hit.
Scholes was actually in mine, and one of the people actually bumped him off was Ruben Neves.
Oh,
He takes the extra touch, and he's facing away, and he's not running onto the ball. He has to generate his own power. So Scholes was on mine.
Sarge, the goal you just mentioned, you've just revealed my number 1.
Have I?
Yeah.
Bloody hell. I knew we'd have the one of the same, and I try to do this as well. I tried not to get me and you to have the same goals.
No.
So there's another one what you might mention, which you probably will mention, which I had taken out for a while because I knew you might put it in.
Oh, okay, well...
I'm not playing the old mind game bollocks, I'm putting it in.
No, literally, that for me is number 1. When I think of like an amazing goal in football, it's that. That's one because if I watch that every single time I watch it, I just go every single time. It's I think it's for me that's like pure perfect technique because the ball's dropping out of the sky and it's taken an age to drop out the sky as well. It's not like it's like quickly out. He's got loads of time to think about it. He's practically standing there. He's not running onto it. He's taking one step and he's smashing a dropping ball with dip that's got to clear everyone in the penalty area. So he can't smash it through the penalty area. He's got to kind of just get it up and over everyone. Yeah. And then in off the crossbar. It's like he diverts all the power off the dropping ball and just diverts it into a perfect shot. And yeah, it's just, for me, that's the sweetest strike of a ball ever. In my lifetime. for me.
So
I'm seeing football.
That's my number 6.
My number 1.
And I've just gone on the old Google, and Jamie Carragher scored 7 own goals. So my comment is pretty valid that he could be equal to Ruben Neves' goal because he'll be trying to score it in his own net. And Gary Neville is dog shit.
I think Gary Neville's won a lot of Premier Leagues, though, to be fair to the guy.
I mean wise, finishing, crap.
Just going to walk.
Okay.
Alright then. Bye. I've done the onion.
Oh, cool, thanks.
Hi guys.
Hello.
Peace.
Yeah.
Pull the kettle on.
So, we're into the top 5.
Wait, have you done your number 6? Have you done your number 6, nice?
Oh, no. Oh, God. Do you know what's funny? On the last episode...
I'm excited.
On the last episode, I forgot to mention my number 6 either, as well. My number 6 in that was Jesse Lingard's goal in the FA Cup final. And I forgot to mention it.
Sorry. What was last week's number 6?
Your favourite player, mate.
Yeah, it was Jesse Lingard in the FA Cup final. It was me, number 6 last week.
Right. Anyway, that got mentioned last week.
Yeah,
so we don't want to know about that.
It already got mentioned because you slagged it off. So, my number 6 this week is the best free kick I've seen, and that is Dimitri Payet's free kick against Crystal Palace in the Premier League 2015-16 season. It's hard to describe if you haven't seen it. The trajectory he gets on this ball, it's ridiculous, because he's hitting a curving shot, but the amount of dip on it is insane. Like, it looks like it's going miles into the stand. It looks like he's hit it in row's head pretty much, and it's dipped and it's gone in the far corner, and the keeper's that side. I mean, the keeper's literally like a yard away from the post, and he can't get any. He doesn't even move for it. And it's right in the far corner.
Yeah. I thought about that one, and that was a great goal.
It's a ridiculous free kick, and it's one of these where he scored it because he scored several free kicks that season, and a few weeks earlier he'd scored like one from 35 yards at Old Trafford in the FA Cup. So he was clearly having like the season of his life, and it's the type of goal that you only score when you are having the season of your life to take that on. Yeah. And so Dimitri Payet, hats off to him for that free kick.
So what you're saying is Dimitri Payet's free kick is better than the Leo Messi one against Liverpool?
Yes. And I watched them both back, and I genuinely think Payet's is a better free kick.
Right.
That's my honest opinion on it.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a good one. I considered that. Yeah.
I've actually got a video of Leo Messi scoring a free kick as well on my mobile phone.
Oh yeah, that was good. That was great.
It was great. I can send you it and you can put it in, and this is how far up we are, and you can't even tell it's Messi because he just looks like a little dot.
Oh man!
But you can tell which one's Suarez because he's.
What about if you bring out your Neymar shirt, Sarge? That was a great purchase.
Hold on, I'll go and get the fucking waste of money.
Oh wow! I'm surprised he hasn't tried to sell it. Why hasn't he tried to sell it?
He would sell it actually. Yeah. Yeah, we ask him when he comes back. I bet he. Yeah, definitely, and you get at least like £100 for it, especially if it's a Barcelona one, because
considering he hates it, and it's like.
This is how much I regret buying this. I've had to go in the loft to get it out of a box.
Right. Okay, Sergi. Here's the question we have: why don't you sell it? Because you hate Neymar. Why aren't you selling that?
Yeah, I think you'd get a bit for it.
Yes, I would, but it's for this. I like collecting.
Are you ever going to wear it?
No, never again. It's like I've got a Ronaldo one upstairs in the box as well. He's like, yeah, that's one's in the box. I'm never going to wear that one again.
I reckon if you put it on eBay for £100,
it just adds to the numbers.
I think it'd be more than that. I think someone would pay more than 50 quid for it. I think.
No, 100.
Oh, 100, yeah. Oh, 100, yeah.
What?
If you put it on for £100,
no one's going to pay 100 quid for that piece.
I think someone would.
I think someone genuinely would.
No, not for that.
Maybe on Neymar, wishing he could go back again.
Seeing as he's so unhappy in PSG.
Yeah, but the way things are at Barcelona, you're the sort of stupid club that would have gone, come back, we'll have you.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, it's a bit of a mess there, but I won't mention that. We'll just carry on.
Okay, we're into the top 5, lads. Although, I've already named me number 1. Bit of an anticlimax.
Sorry,
okay.
I thought your number 1 was, I didn't have it there.
No, it's alright. Okay, Joe, what's your number 5?
I've gone for Paolo Di Canio against Wimbledon.
Yeah, fair play.
Probably, for me, it's probably the best Premier League goal ever, and the fact that it's the highest Premier League goal in my list, obviously, obviously that would make sense. And the cross is pretty good actually as well. People forget about the cross; it's a decent cross, and if you rewatch it back and you watch his eyes, as soon as the ball hits his foot, his eyes go straight to that far corner, which to me means that he meant it to go where he put it.
Oh yeah.
And he did not have to use that technique. He could have just gone for the nice simple boom. He didn't have to do that technique.
Yeah, it's the hardest possible technique of a volley that he decided to do.
Exactly. Yeah. And only he would try that.
Yeah, to be fair. Yeah. I mean, he's a bit of a nutter, but in a very good way in that occasion.
But actually, I just read on the 442 list of Premier League goals, it actually comes third.
Oh wow!
It shows you how highly it's rated.
Oh, I think it is definitely really highly rated. Sargi, what's your number 5?
My number 5 is the goal you showed me yesterday, which is Zlatan Ibrahimovic's versus Anderlecht.
Oh, from PSG?
Yeah. Yeah, it's so like, Wow, yeah. He just runs onto it and absolutely bends it into the top corner.
You can tell that he loves to boom as such.
He does love to boom, he's right, and it's only the God man can do that sort of shit.
Well, lots of people would
Yeah. And that is... Yeah, wow. Yeah, he just runs onto it. He even passed the ball out to the guy who crossed it back to him. And he even just smashed it. Absolutely, wow.
I think it's, definitely up there with the best of his career. There's no question about that one.
Yeah. And that one pushed out another one on my other list. Robin Van Persie's versus Aston Villa. It pushed that one off.
Oh, wow. So if that one pushed that one off, then it must have been pretty good.
Yeah. Well... Yeah, Van Persie was more technique, that was just more fucking boom.
So, yeah.
He loves the boom.
I'll rewatch that one when I see it, when you put it on.
Well, that's not if it's banned.
Yeah, so if YouTube block it, oh God. Right.
Are you allowed to slate YouTube?
What?
Are we allowed to slate them?
Oh yeah, of course, then go for it.
Fucking wankers.
Right, my number 5. To me, this is probably the best long-range shot I think I've seen. This is Darren Ambrose's goal for Crystal Palace against Manchester United in the League Cup quarter-final. 2011-12 season. It's ridiculous.
That was in the quarter-final?
That was in the quarter-final of
I realised that.
the League Cup, and they went on to win it and knock us out at the quarters. And he was a substitute. He got brought on. He picks the ball up. The ball gets passed to him, and he must be 40 yards out.
Yeah, I remember seeing it. It was a hell of a goal.
And he takes a touch. But he's got people closing him down as well. So he's got someone closing behind him, and he's got the two central defenders. I mean, he's got Ben Amos in net, and Ben Amos isn't the best goalkeeper in the world, but still, he just decides to literally take one touch to set and just run onto it and smash it. And it's one of these where the ball actually picks up speed through the air as it's travelling. It seems to get faster.
Yeah.
He catches it so well, and it's right in the top corner. Honestly, the best long range shot I've ever seen. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, no, that was a great goal. Yeah, I remember it, and that might be one of his basically that guy's career highlight.
Yeah, he scored a lot of great goals down Ambrose, but that has to be the best one.
Yeah,
by some distance.
Kind of reach or something.
Yeah. So that's my number 5.
Good choice. Yeah.
Number 4, Joe. What's your number 4?
So a goal that you might not expect to be this high up. I've gone for Esteban Cambiasso in 2006.
Oh, wow. Yes.
Serbia and Montenegro in the group stages.
Yeah.
24 passes.
No.
And I just remember at the time, everybody basically taking that goal as being, right, Argentina's going to win the World Cup. Because they were that impressed with it.
Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
And I've rewatched it a few times, and the ball goes, I think it's Matthias Kesman loses it near their penalty area, and then they play it to the left and then over to the right, and then they could just dash down the left-hand side and cross it in, but they're patient enough to carry on playing. And Cambiasso, the defensive midfielder, he ends up in the centre-forward position. A little back heel from Crespo to put him in. And I thought, as a team goal, I had to put one in there.
Yeah.
And the thing with so many team goals, and Sargent's mentioned this in the past, is they pass it around loads of times, and then they play a long ball over the top, and then it's a goal, and then they take that as being absolutely brilliant, and it's still good. I think Man City got one with 44 passes against you.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Wasn't that the Cambiasso one where everybody got a touch?
I think not everybody. But the last pass in that Man City goal is just basically a cross.
Yeah.
Whereas this one is actually played into the area, played right to the penalty spot, and then he's in the perfect position to just fire it in, and then he does. So yeah, that's my number 4.
No,
I remember everybody raving about it at the time.
Oh well, no, yeah, that is an unbelievable team goal. That, yeah, that's one of the great World Cup goals.
There's quite a few good team goals you'll see by like Barcelona and stuff and Arsenal on YouTube, but it's where it only involves maybe 4 or 5 players. Still great goals. But this one had literally almost everybody involved, and I thought, yeah, for the movement and the communication and all that and everything else, and the back heel at the end, and the finish is actually pretty good as well.
Sargi, what's your number 4?
My number 4 is a goal by David Beckham.
Okay.
Right. You had a guess at it yesterday of being his one from the halfway line. No, you were wrong. It was his goal against Bayern Munich in the treble reunion.
Now Beckham could go all the way here. That's showbiz. He knows where the limelight is. Beckham, Stretford end. Can I give the man of the match the backs?
Yeah.
You really?
Yeah,
I mean, I love Beckham. I absolutely love Beckham.
Really?
But really, you put that as your 4th most quality goal?
I don't think I've seen it.
Yes.
I need to watch again.
Yes.
Okay. No. I mean,
Yes. I really do. I mean, I know it's a game of seniors.
why have you put it that high?
Well, David Beckham never, ever, ever did this in his career. He never, ever put a defender on his arse, ever. because he was too busy whipping balls in, taking corners for post goals to smash them against Bradford. He was too busy doing all that sort of shit. So for him to actually get the ball, dribble past someone, then got a dummy one, and then leave him on his arse, and then fire it in the near corner.
You didn't realise those senior. You didn't realise those senior games. Like,
I don't care.
The way people look at those games is like after we've been playing football for 2.5 hours in a little match with someone, and people are a bit tired and they're like, "Oh, I'll let him go. I'll let him go."
I do not give a shit.
That's the attitude in those games.
I don't care if the medic's going to run on with a defibrillator to pump him back to life. Right? That is brilliant. Andy ran that game.
To be fair, he did run it. He did run it.
But yeah,
but still,
that is my number 4.
I did not expect that goal. I did not expect that at all.
Yeah, that is my 4th favourite goal, and I think it's one of my favourite David Beckham ones as well.
Wow. Fair enough.
He went. I didn't like him. I'm going to have to admit it. I didn't like David Beckham for quite a while when he left Man United, because I really did like him when he was at Man United. And then he left for a certain knobheads. And then when he came back to play Man United in the Champions League, and for AC Milan, and he twatted that ball off the crossbar. Wow! If that had gone in, that would have been.
You just love the Beckham man, don't you?
Yeah, I do. I would actually turn gay for him.
You're definitely going to include that bit in there.
Why? I would. I absolutely idolise the man. Apart from Zlatan.
Zlatan, obviously. Man. Amazing.
Yeah, fair enough.
But, yeah,
fair enough.
So, yeah, I bet you didn't expect that one to go in there, did you?
I genuinely did not expect that one to go there. I don't think even Pickles knows the goal what you're talking about, but I think Pickles will look at it and Pickles will be like, really? Really?
Right.
That?
Yeah, he probably will. He probably will, because they were winning 4-0 and the game finished 5-0. And the goal, it's irrelevant. It is absolutely irrelevant. Because we were all going in there thinking, well, it's going to be like a close one, and Ollie Solskjaer's going to get the last one because that's how he did it in 1999. Well, no, he didn't. He came on early because some twat got injured, and then he just taps it in the ball for the back of the net for number 1. And Old Trafford was pretty fucking loud. And then when Beckham deserved a goal in that game, and I'm glad he scored that sort of goal.
Fair enough.
He was brilliant. The sort of passes he was picking out were fantastic. Him and Paul Scholes ran it. And Gary Neville could have scored as well. Right? And he fucking missed it. And you can see Fergie having a right good old chuckle to himself. Yeah. Edit this bit out, Chris, but if you find the video for Gary Neville missing and Fergie, bang that one in.
Okay, I will do.
Right, no, yeah. Oh, fucking hell, funny.
Right, my number 4 is a team goal. This is like the highest team goal on my list. This is Jack Wilshere's goal against Norwich for Arsenal in the Premier League, 2013-14 season. This is just talk about intricate 1-2s being played to absolute perfection.
Wilshere, Cazorla, Giroud gets it back through Wilshere, onside.
I mean, Alan Partridge would call this liquid football. It's so smooth and flowing. It just literally it doesn't even stop. Like Jack Wilshere plays 2 1-2s with Giroud, and the second one I don't even know how the hell Giroud pulls the pass back to him. It's and then Jack Wilshere's not even breaking stride. He just nonchalantly just places it low into the far corner. It's like, and the Norwich team are looking around, going, "What the hell just happened?"
Was that after Arsene Wenger had left, or when he was still there?
No, he was still there. Yeah.
Well, to be fair, if I was the Norwich team, I'd be looking like, how the fuck has a cripple just scored against us?
So that's why it wouldn't be in your top 10.
Jack Wilshere, he's crap.
But for me,
where's he at now?
He's not the greatest player, but that was a good goal.
No, that was an amazing goal. And like we all make the joke that Arsene Wenger used to love the fact that Arsenal try and walk the ball into the net. This is this is the perfect Arsenal goal for that.
Yeah.
Someone literally walking the ball into the net, but doing it with like some serious class and style.
That was a good goal. Yeah, it was a really good goal.
Yeah, so that's number 4. Wow, top 3 now. Joe, what's your number 3?
So the second time I've mentioned this player, and it was mentioned last week actually in my top 10. Messi's second goal at the Bernabeu, 2011 Champions League semi-final.
Wow.
Pretty much got them through to the final. The ball's essentially dead in the centre of midfield. Busquets' his assist, actually, amazingly.
What an assist.
There's literally nothing on, because if you look at the players, there's pretty much no player ahead of him. I actually think at this stage, having been 1-0 up, they've decided to sit back a little bit. And maybe Messi decided to agree with that, I don't know. And he just basically does everyone. And then the finish is totally what the goalkeeper would not expect, and you can tell that because he puts it with his right foot in the opposite corner.
Yeah.
The goalkeeper goes to the corner you would think he'd go to in that situation. The moment, and again he's been kicked all match, and I think he'd been stamped on by Pepe at some point, and
he's just an old squat anyway.
And then he had the strength to come back, and then it was easy at that stage at 1-0 to just sit back and say, right, we'll take this 1-0 back to the Camp Nou, and then we'll. Well, that's what makes him maybe the best player ever. Those type of moments, and that's my number 3.
Yeah. No. That I mean, as like an individual dribble, there aren't many players who can do what Messi can do at the minute.
I mean, if you think about it, how many amazing dribble goals do you see, and how many smashes do you see? You see more smashes on average.
Oh yeah.
Per season.
Yeah.
So that kind of, for me, tells me that. I mean, I've still got smashes in here. Obviously, I haven't discarded them all. But
I love a smash.
Yeah, we know you love a smash.
Yeah.
It's the dribbling. The dribbling ones, you just want to 2-foot the little bastard.
No, but the fact is, they're trying to take him out, and he's still riding it.
That's the thing.
The fact that he's still riding these tackles is seriously impressive.
It's his
so it's like if Nicey has the ball like 35 yards from goal, and like there's like you and like 4 of your twins all snapping at him, and he still managed to avoid you all, and then finish.
Yeah, but the problem is though, right, my twins will be trying to tickle his ankles. I'll be trying to break his bastard kneecaps, like Keane against Haaland.
Yeah, but the thing is with Messi, you can't even get close enough to him to be able to do that.
No, good. Was that in the season where he scored like 94 goals in a calendar?
No, that was. I think that was the season after.
You see, yeah, that's why he's the greatest of our generation.
It probably is.
I think it probably is.
I don't even know if he's greatest of all time because.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, like people like Pele and George Best, they actually were getting smashed all over the place.
Yeah.
Like, but you'd have to do it.
And the pitch was different and everything. And
the only way you could possibly do it. Have you seen the film Rocky Balboa, where they got a prime Rocky, right? He was a computer-generated person, and he was fighting this guy. Right, you'd have to sort of do that. If you could get like George Best, Pele, Maradona, Charlton, Eusebio, all these players, right, and put them all on the pitch at the same time, you fucking yeah. I don't know. He's up
you
there.
could try that.
He's up there. He's probably.
I think he's in the bracket.
Yeah.
He's got to be in that all-time great bracket as Messi. I'm afraid. I think, in all honesty, I think Cristiano Ronaldo needs to be in that bracket as well.
You've got to put that Portuguese fuckwit in that bracket.
I refuse to mention that guy. So I mean, I don't know.
That's why
I know.
I don't know that.
I know. I'm trying to be impartial, but I would think that it's like you got to look at the stats, and you've got to be like. You got to be in the bracket.
People like that should never be put on a pedestal. Just do their own agenda. Otherwise, it just makes them all worse. They need to be taken down a notch. I don't mean like getting smashed or anything.
I know. But it's a sports rivalry, and a sports rivalry goal. Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi is one of the best sports rivalries.
Oh yeah.
He's one of the best sports rivalries that has ever been.
Yeah. In football,
because they just try to better each other.
I think when people talk about who are on the side of that player, and then they have a go at you. I think that they think you're saying Messi is a much better player because of the arrogance. Leave the football out of it.
I'm not saying.
No, I mean, I think they're saying you only think Messi's better, but you really think it's that player because you don't like him and you don't like the way he is. But that's not actually to do with it. In terms of actual footballer, I actually think Messi's better, but that's beside the point. In terms of an actual person, I don't think people should be admired in the way he is because he's horrible.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think Ronaldo's a nice person.
No, I don't agree. I don't disagree with you at all. Messi is the better footballer, but in the context of, if you're putting Messi in a list of all-time greatest footballers, along with Pele, Maradona, Best, Eusebio, you have to put him in with that list. No. This isn't biased. This isn't biased to anybody because he used to play for Man United or anything like that. You have to. If you take out the Real Madrid, if you take out when he played for Real Madrid, right? You look at the things he won 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions Leagues, and all that. What he's won, he has to go on there. He has to go in that list of all-time great players, and it is a great sports rivalry. I know he is a knobhead. I don't like him. I don't even know why I'm trying to stick up for the bastard. Right? But you can't have Messi without Ronaldo, and I think both of them, their rivalry has actually made each other. They have. If you didn't have Ronaldo, Messi, I don't think he'll be quite as good as he is. It would be very good.
I do agree. I do agree with Sarge on this. Yeah.
He wouldn't be as good, and if vice versa, he wouldn't be an arrogant knobhead without Messi.
And that's the thing. I think lots of people think my argument against what you're saying means that I don't think he's one of the best footballers.
No, but you're being biased.
The reason why I wouldn't.
No, I'm sat on the fence with it. I am saying you can't have one without the other. You're just saying Messi's the best or whatever, and you're not. If you take out the fact that Ronaldo played for Real Madrid,
he's still horrible.
You've got to look at what he's won.
Fair enough, but I'm not concentrating on the footballer here. I'm concentrating on which type of people society should be admiring. And him, and I'm sorry, are not two of them. And you can argue Messi shouldn't be one. There's greater people. Matter probably. You got your shirt behind United.
Yeah.
But those two should not be the type of people, in my opinion, society admires. And it's where you draw the line between, right, do you want to say they're a great footballer, or do you think, the fact that they shouldn't be where they are because they're not horrible people is more important? And in my opinion, that second that I've just said, football or morals, is that the second one is important. And that's just why I would not include them in any
But we're not going off morals. We're going off football.
But that's the thing. I can't take that out of it for me. I just can't.
Messi is...
That's fair enough.
Right, I don't even know why I'm arguing this point, because we've all got the same... We all don't like him. But Messi is naturally gifted with it. Ronaldo has had to work hard and become like he is to do it. And I think you have to have them both in that list of all-time greatest footballers. His arrogance... He's an arrogant bastard. Right? He really is. But Ibrahimovic is more arrogant than him.
Well, I don't like either of them, so...
What?
Oh God! Oh God!
I think you always knew
Why?
that song.
Why? He didn't do any. He's not done anything wrong for you. He played for Barcelona for fuck's sake.
You watch his little spat with Carlos Vela that he basically started himself, and then you come back to me and honestly say you think he's a cracking fella, because that was not very nice at all on the guy.
Well, I've met the man, and he said very powerful shirt to me, so I think he's.
Well, okay, fair enough. That's your opinion. We have another one about me and Sarge just having debates or arguments, or whatever you want to call it.
It's not an argument. It's a fact. You can't. If Messi, it is a fact. You can't argue. Fact. It is a fact. Messi wouldn't be as good as he is without Ronaldo, and Ronaldo wouldn't be as good as he is without Messi. Right?
You could.
Right?
Yeah,
and I think the press have got a lot to play up for this. Like they will do when them two retire, it'll be Marcus Rashford and Kylian Mbappe.
No, it won't.
Bloody well will. I'm telling you it will. Mbappe will.
Yeah, but Rashford has to be at a club that wins things a lot to be part
Well, he
of that.
might as well fuck off now then.
So, I mean, unless you start winning things, and also PSG as well, because they don't win everything. You know, they just win the French team.
PSG do. They win the. Well, no, they can't get out the quarter. They can't.
They don't win Champions Leagues and Club World Cups, do they? So.
Yeah, well, no, because of shit. I mean, he even blew a fucking lead against Man
Which
United.
goal we are, anyway?
Sergi, what's your number 3?
Well, talking of arrogance, right, you'll be glad to know this is my last entry of this man, and it's Zlatan Ibrahimovic's overhead kick against England. It finished 4-2.
You've just revealed. You've just revealed my number 2.
Well, this was my number 2.
Oh right. Well.
But then.
Wait, so what's your number 3 then?
This
what's
one.
your number?
Oh, so you
Right,
swapped
so
it.
This
Okay.
one. I've moved it down
Fair
here. Yeah, he scored all 4 goals for Sweden. And this one, it's only at number 3 because Joe Hart was so far out of his net.
As we reconvene the internationals in the springtime. Well, there's a long ball through, and Joe Hart
my God, an insane goal! I've just seen the most insane goal I have ever seen on a football pitch. Incredible Zlatan Ibrahimovic. World class.
Joe Hart has come off his line, headed the ball into the path of Ibrahimovic, who has just lobbed the ball from long distance, beautifully, like a trick shot, into the back of the net. And it's Sweden 4, England 2.
And I know, right, he's been booted back out, he's done the overhead kick, he's gone over Joe Hart, and there's a defender running back on the line. I mean, you can't take no away, it's a fucking brilliant goal. But that's my number 3.
Yeah.
He's that one. And he scored all 4 goals in that game. He was the one-man Sweden team.
Yeah, I think everyone forgets that actually the other goals in his hat-trick were pretty amazing that night as well. But yeah, with that one, that's just pure technique. And I think it's the improvisation. It's the quick thinking of the second Joe Hart does that, he's already thinking, I'm taking this on. And then just, he's miles up in the air hitting that ball. He's leapt miles up to connect with that. It's just, it is. It's probably the best goal. I don't know if it's the best goal of his career. I think it's got to be up there.
You mentioned one before, didn't you, against the PSG?
Yeah, Anderlecht. That's pretty good. But yeah, for me,
it's not like
unbelievable technique.
Because he does like judo and all that sort of crap, and that's how he can get his legs that high and that flexible.
Well, yeah, that'll help. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's why that's my number 3.
No, that's fair enough, mate.
Yeah.
Right, well, my number 3, and then I'll stay out of it because 1 and 2 have already been revealed. My number
1.
My number 3 is Ronaldinho's goal against Chelsea in the Champions League round of 16, second leg, 2004-05 season. That is And talk about like improvisation and quick thinking. He gets given the ball to him, and there's literally he must have about 5 men closing on him or round him.
This one.
And he just stands there, slows everything down, and then thinks, right, there's only one small gap that I can get a shot off, and I'm going to have to get it off quickly. So I'm just going to do with like hardly any backlift. I'm just going to toe punt it.
Yeah.
And he hits it, toe punts it with swerve. And Petr Cech's not even moving.
Yeah.
It's like you watch it and you go, how the hell's he done that? And then you watch the replay, it's like, oh my god. Yeah.
I remember
Was that the? Oh no, it wasn't that game, was it? It's a group stage. Because there was another game where they played Barcelona, and the referee played a big part in Barcelona going through to the final.
Oh yeah, that was
a lot of dodginess.
Yeah, that was like a few years after this, Sarge. This was.
Oh, that's alright then.
Yeah, but no. Yeah.
And nobody likes Chelsea, so that's fine.
Ronaldinho, moment of absolute genius.
People still talk about it as well, which kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it doing?
Chilling. It wants to say about its best ever favourite goal.
Chilling. It's just a chilling cat.
It'll probably be a Sunderland goal, though, mind you.
What will?
That's gone way over his head. That's absolute. That reference has gone way over his head.
Beach ball.
That's gone way over his head. Right.
I didn't even listen. So.
Right. So number 2, right?
Yes. So it's you and Sarge to reveal your second and first. So Pickles, what is your number 2?
So one that I think people might have possibly forgotten about, or it was not seen as a massively important goal, so it wouldn't be on lots of other people's. I've gone for a goal by a player called Alessandro Florenzi against Barcelona in 2015.
Oh, Roma.
Group stages, yes, for Roma.
Oh, yeah. What a goal.
And I looked at loads of halfway line goals, or just beyond. So you're talking Marcos Senna, Diego, Beckham, Petrov, Alonso, Rooney. And they're all pretty much in the centre of the pitch. And they're still great goals in their own rights. But for this guy, he was running down the right wing and it's going out of play. The ball's actually moving at a reasonable speed. And he actually falls over after he hits it. And if you look at the way his body takes when he kicks it, it was the only option he had left because they had not many players forward at the time. And he had to kind of aim for a goal, really. He couldn't just shoot ahead of him, because if he shoots ahead of him, it goes to the corner flag. So he had to aim it to his left, it would have been. And then you see his reaction after it, he actually can't believe he's done it. So that's my number 2. Might be a bit of a controversial one, but
no.
I think as halfway line goals go, that's probably the best one I've ever seen.
Well, that's a great shout. Sargi, what's yours?
Sorry, no. Right, no. Sorry, I was going to move on to my number 2, but you.
No, go for it, mate.
Joe, you mentioned my number 2 before, but it wasn't on your list. And that is Wayne Rooney's overhead kick against Man City.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Nani gets the ball, he crosses it in and it takes a deflection. And then he does hit it with his shin, but a goal's a goal. And as iconic goals go in derbies, I don't think you'll find a better one than that. It is unbelievable. Yeah. I had a lot of debate because I thought you might have put this in your list, Chris. This one.
No.
The overhead kick against City. Yeah, I know that now. And I had put his one against Newcastle in, and that was quite a bit further down on my list. But yeah, that one is fantastic. In a derby, when you need someone to step up, you just Wayne Rooney.
No, it's a,
And he
it's,
has scored
it is,
a lot of
it
good
is a
goals.
brilliant goal. It is a brilliant goal.
It is a fantastic goal.
Um,
You've even got a post of it in your house.
Yeah. But
That's why I thought it would be on your list.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that is my number 2 goal of all time.
I mean, this may be a bit controversial, but I actually think Berbatov's one against Liverpool is a better goal.
I knew you were going to say that. Yeah.
Yeah, but his goal against Liverpool is more. Oh fucking hell! Cat wants to get out now. Oh, escape. He sort of self-assists himself.
Yeah, but that to me, mate, is a bit more skillful. The fact that he actually manages to trap a first touch on his thigh, effectively, and set himself up for an overhead kick with someone up his arse as well. I think it's Carragher's right behind him. So he's literally.
We might as well give it Carragher because he would have put it on fucking net anyway.
Whereas Rooney had all the time in the world, really.
Well, no, because it was deflected. It was a deflected cross. I mean, Zlatan could have gone back in there with his goal again when he was at LA Galaxy, because he did one where he controlled it, and then he did exactly the same thing as Berbatov, but he had a guy straight behind him when he did it. But, I mean, he was right up his jacksy. But yeah, that's my number 2. I think that's just a fantastic goal.
Oh, that's fair enough, Sergi. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Well, my number 1 was Scholes against Aston Villa. Pickles, what's your number 1?
Mine's been mentioned. Sarge doesn't remember it, so that's why he didn't put it on. I've gone for Roberto Carlos's free kick in '97.
Okay.
Against France.
No. He does remember it, right? The problem is, right? This is the thing I've got with this list, right? Looking back, right, on YouTube, thank God it was invented. Points for you, Chris. Right, you can watch that, and that is a fantastic goal. But goals that I can remember, I can't remember that World Cup.
It wasn't at the World Cup, actually.
Against France?
No, that was in a tournament in France the year before.
What, the one where he's done that?
Yeah, the left-footed, because they did, of course they didn't score against France in the World Cup final.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good job I didn't put it in. Yeah. No, but I can't remember that. See.
I mean, I can remember it, but not massively because I was only young. But the fact that I can't remember it that well, and yet it still is way up there, obviously number 1, says to me how good it is.
It's what, all of 30 yards, Andy?
Well, why not? Well, it's a 30-yard free kick with a 20-yard run-up.
Dear! I don't believe it! What a goal we have just seen from Roberto Carlos. That is amazing!
Well, that was what was missing in Euro 96. That is quite incredible. Not so sure about the goalkeeper's position and what he saw, but we can't deny the quality of the strike.
I watched an interview with him, and Guillaume Balaguer asked him, "Did you mean to hit it in that way?" And he says, "Yes." And he explains exactly how he did it, but he also explained he didn't expect it to be that good. But he meant to do what he did. He just didn't expect it to work that well, obviously.
Hold on. Right, so I've got this right. Out of all the 10 goals you have picked, you've got a player for Real Madrid as your number 1.
But he wasn't playing for those guys at the time.
No, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You've got a player.
Well, that shows you something.
Number 1.
That shows you how good the goal is.
Yeah.
I mean, it is a hell of a goal. It is a hell of a free kick.
It is a hell of a free kick, to be fair. I'll give you that one.
So that's my number 1. And as you said, it was so good I even overlooked the fact that he played for that team. So,
Wow. So for you, that's it. That's number. It's like the best. You can't strike a ball better than that. Really, is it?
Well, no. In that way, of course, there's different ways of striking the ball.
Yeah.
But in terms of that technique, that's probably the perfect way to do that.
Yeah.
That's
fair enough.
The number one chop and changed a couple of times, but ultimately I've gone with that one.
Okay. That's a great choice. Sargi, what's your number one?
Number one, never chopped and changed for me. There's only ever going to be one winner.
Okay.
And I'm also surprised you didn't have this on your list as well, Chris.
Okay.
But because of what you said last week, that you can't really remember the 1999 season, right? I thought, well, yeah, fair enough. So my number one goal is the Ryan Giggs. It is the only solo goal I've got on my list. Ryan Giggs' goal in the FA Cup semi-final replay against Arsenal.
One from Vieira. Giggs gets past Vieira, past Dixon, who comes back at him. It's a wonderful run from Giggs! Sensational goal from Ryan Giggs in the second period of extra time. He's cut Arsenal to ribbons, and the team with 10 men go back in front 2-1.
Well, watch filming. Watch filming. Stunned Arsenal fans. Joyous United fans.
Okay.
Patrick Vieira misplaces a pass. Ryan Giggs gets it inside his own half, and he runs with the ball, he skins loads of players, and then he just smashes it over David Seaman's head to put us through. We were 1-1. Dennis Bergkamp scored in that game, and David Beckham also scored a belting goal in that game. And Bergkamp had a penalty, what Phil Neville conceded, and thank fuck Peter Schmeichel went the right way, or we might not have been winning a treble.
Well, we wouldn't have won a treble.
And Roy Keane was sent off in that game as well. David Ellery sent him off.
Yes.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. Yeah. But I rewatched it and I got the wrong commentator. Right?
What do you mean you got the
when
wrong?
you pick it, please get the right one.
Well, who's the right one?
Well, so in other words, the commentary is made at your number one.
No. I rewatched it, right? I rewatched it. And it's the one from. You'll have it on your DVD.
Okay,
So
yeah.
if you skip forward to that bit of that goal, and you need that commentary for it.
Right,
So I
okay.
watched an alternative commentary, and I was like, well, no, that's just horrific commentating. But yeah, that is my favourite goal. From, funnily enough, 1999 again.
Wow.
Because I lived my life in that year.
3 number ones, 3 very different types of goals. At number one.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting, actually. We've got a solo one, a volley, and an outright swerving smash of a free kick.
Yeah. No, and it is the greatest FA Cup goal ever.
Oh, that's debatable. That's a debatable point.
I definitely
No,
think
it's not debatable at all.
I think it.
Felipe Moraes, Andrew Halliday, and Mark Yates could
Right,
get a
okay,
FA Cup.
alright, sorry.
I'm saying
Sorry.
Ronnie Radford
Sorry.
has a say in that category.
No, sorry, I've forgotten. Chris, can you use some editing trickery here? Again?
What, to cut out the bullshit? You're just spouting.
No, because you'd have to delete the whole video.
Okay, right.
Joe, who scored Bradford's third goal against Chelsea?
Andrew Halliday.
Yes, right. Ryan Giggs' goal against Arsenal is up there. I would say it's joint top with Andre Holliday's goal against Chelsea.
That was a great goal. Actually, it was a good goal though as well.
Yeah.
What?
It was actually a good goal as well. It's not even like it's just a little tap in that we're bigging up. It's a decent goal, that.
The problem is when certain people have memory lapses and forget who the fuck scores goals against knobheads teams like them horrible little blue bastards from down south.
That'll mean absolutely nothing to anyone.
That that actually wasn't even the best goal in that game. It was just a
I know it wasn't the best goal in that game.
It wasn't,
but when Holiday scores, and then people are wanting to hang out the back of him for fuck knows why, they just forget that he scored against. Well, I did as well, but yeah. Yeah, no, Ryan Giggs against Arsenal is my favourite goal.
Nice one. Fair selections of goals there, lads. In fact, I think we've only got. I think I counted maybe 2 or 3 that we had on the same list out of all 3 of us.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But right, can I quickly just run over my other list I had?
What are contenders?
Yes, I had Thierry Henry's goal against Man United.
Right, great goal.
I bumped off of Ruben Neves.
Patrice Evra against Bayern Munich. Marcus Rashford against Chelsea.
Yep.
Wayne Rooney against Newcastle. Valencia against Everton. Raphael against QPR.
All smashes. All smashes. Literally every single one is a smash.
Hold on. It gets worse. Ronaldo versus Porto.
Smash.
Scholes against Barcelona.
Would you smash it?
Is there any goals not by Man United or involved with Man United?
Just wait, Joe. Just wait. Robin van Persie against Aston Villa. So that's 9. And then there's a header, Messi versus Man United.
Oh, okay. We'll let him off then.
So yeah, I had 9 out of 10 smashes.
Yeah. I just want to put something out there. Messi's header against Man United is not as good as David Weatherall's against Liverpool.
Yes.
I agree with you. I do agree with you. Definitely. As a header, definitely.
Yes, but Messi's a midget.
Doesn't matter.
And even
Weatherall had like so many men on
didn't
it.
Even Messi say that was his best header he's ever done as well.
It was a good header though. Yeah, it was a great goal.
Was it fucking?
I absolutely loved it.
I hated it because fucking Ronaldo did. Oh shit! I forgot the wrong game. No, I haven't. Ronaldo did absolutely fuck all in that game.
Well, the thing is,
I'll just let you lot do the rest of it.
I think in that match, doesn't Ronaldo have a chance from close range and G.C. Park possibly?
Yes, he does.
First 10 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know where Ronaldo's head's at in that game, though, don't you? He's hanging out the back of Franco's arse. It's like, this is my last game for these before I fuck off to bum the shit out of Franco.
Right. Well, everyone, I hope you've enjoyed listening to that.
If you have.
If you've stuck around for the full podcast. Nice one. You deserve a medal. Next time, we are doing the top 10 21st century World Cup finals moments. So,
good.
It's all the moments that we think are the best from World Cups from 2002 onwards. So, yeah, that should be an interesting list.
We've got this rule in here, Chris, because my favourite moment is Carlos Alberto's goal.
Yes, but that was 1970.
Yes. Well,
so
it can't happen
can't have that.
because rules are bending and all this shit in every direction. You just make them up as you want to go along.
So, yeah, stick around for that next time, and we will see you then. Take care, everyone.
See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.